Hi, my name is Laura and I'm going to be doing the pro rebuttal for this round. So first I'm going to give an off-time roadmap. First I'm going to go into framework, then topicality, issues, and last I will go into refutations while training them. So with 3 minutes on the clock, my time shall begin now. Since the opposing team represent our framework, the framework for the round will be warranted impactful evidence securing the safety of humanity and our environment while considering the economic prosperity of society, which is the propositions framework. Yet the resolution is based around nuclear or fossil fuels, and choosing to present such as dramatic alternative is an easy way out for the opposing team. We're here to debate the resolution, not to propose counterplans, which in the first place don't work. Either way, in order for the opposing team to access their impacts, they first have to abide by the proposition's contentions, making this a win for the affirmative ballot. With that said, Judge, if you still decide to look at the topicality issue, first I'm going to refute and turn all the arguments. First, reliability. Nuclear energy has by far the highest capacity factor of any energy source, meaning that you need less resources to fulfill the needs of society. Have you heard that we only have 80 years of uranium left? Luckily, it's not true according to experts. We have uranium reserves of around 5.7 million tons for years to come. Now, into cost. Can't suppose that they agree that nuclear is cheaper than fossil fuels and it's more expensive than renewable energy, but have to respond for this. A new study by the Nuclear Energy Institute showed that prices have dropped 19%. And second, in 2014, one of the cheapest utility scale solar plants in the US had an expected installed price of $2,000 per kilowatt, then increased to $8,000 because they needed fossil fuel generations to provide backup for this, thereby driving up greenhouse emissions as well, making costs 20% higher than nuclear. Now into nuclear terrorism. According to Forbes, if nuclear plants are so vulnerable to terrorist attacks, why don't terrorists attack them? How many attacks were there on nuclear plants during the time of 9/11? Zero. What about foiled plots? Also zero. In fact, there's zero evidence that any terrorist anywhere has planned an attack on a nuclear plant, much less try to carry one out. Even if an attack was to happen, which is very unlikely according to the evidence I just provided, it would have already happened since the opposing discusses them not as a main source, but they don't talk about removing them, making their argument non-unique since we have nuclear energy in both scenarios. Now into nuclear accidents and health hazards. The evidence over 6 decades showed that nuclear powers are safe and the risk of accidents in nuclear plants are low and are declining in the status quo. This means that nuclear power prevented over 2 million deaths from air pollution, quantification that the opposing team has yet to bring up into this debate. And second, yes, it is safe to live near a power plant. The fact is cancer rates and risks in general are lower around power plants. Now into jobs. In the fossil fuel industry, workers are treated unfairly. Occupational data show that the Austrian oil and gas industry has one of the highest rates of severe injuries in the world. And after years of decline, black lung disease has made a comeback and now is affecting coal miners in this industry. Now into energy poverty. The opponent stated that current energy sources are alleviating energy poverty with no quantification whatsoever, so I ask you, Judge, to cross that out of your flow. Meanwhile, in the developing world, energy poverty is still rife. Nearly 1.3 billion people have no access to electricity, according to the International Energy Agency citation, which the opposing team mentioned, meaning that the changes are yet to be seen because of greater energy power and the unreliability of weather needed for the opposing counterplans, making this argument a false assumption because it's yet to happen. In conclusion, in order for the opposing team to access their impacts on cost, jobs, energy poverty, and health, they first have to go pro because nuclear energy is the solvency for all of these problems. Thus, I affirm, and you should too. Thank you.